I wanted to commentate some Merrick Mace matches. Have you guys seen that he's been grinding the ladder lately? And honestly, he's not doing terribly. He's got like a 40% win rate right now, but I would say that's not like nothing to be, that's nothing to be ashamed about. That's really good. You got some kills on gun life. When, to be honest, like the right now gun is at a different level, but the fact that you're getting kills on him is really cool. And I love that you're using evolved leprechaun. Like, what is that? What does that even do? Can we explain how that works? Like, has anyone ever PvP'd an evolved leprechaun? I've never seen it. I don't know what it does. I wonder if I even have it. Let's see. I have the original leppy, but I don't have the new one. And I think this is just like a rogue reskin. It's a little different, but yeah, I don't have evolved leprechaun, so we're gonna have to use the wiki for this. And let's see, what the hell is evolved leprechaun? What is it? What does it do? I think it's really interesting. Like, to have a class that's not used and have a player come and use it and have that class be like, you know, tier 2, tier 3, and like, and you know, get like do decently in the ladder with it. That's nothing to scoff at. I don't see players doing, like, I'd love to see more of that. I don't care. Like, the win rate is such a weird stat. Like it just reviews your win rate overall, but it doesn't review your win rate versus players who are about your level. So if you're practicing a lot against players who are way better than you, and you're still doing okay, decently, that's commendable. I would not, like, looking at the I don't think I would have a much better win rate than Mace, especially not using evolved leprechaun when he's fighting like ninjas and warriors and starlords, all these classes where the meta has been solved. You gotta commend it. I really appreciate what he's doing here. I think it's really interesting. So let's see, what the hell does evolved leprechaun do? Let's actually look at the wiki, because I don't have the class. Let's move chat. So let's see it. It says, so they have the same mana regeneration as a class like Starlord. Like, all the dodge classes have this mana regeneration where they, if they dodge, they get mana back, but also when they also get HP. They also get mana back when they attack and more on crits. So kind of like a mix between warrior and like how it's basically the same as warrior, except that instead of getting mana back when you get hit, you get mana back when you dodge. And now let's read this. Let's read the skill. So the first skill is on a 2-second cooldown. It looks like a fairly standard 100% DPS skill. Can you shout out? I'm not sure if I should shout that out. Like, I don't know what that means. Am I like cursing some god in a different language? I don't want to summon Satan. I'm not sure if that's a good idea. Yeah, the standard auto attack, you know, just 100% DPS, I think. And now, Soil Sieg instantly causes 50% weapon damage and also applies Keen. So I think this is the same as the Guardian Keen. Maybe it does more, maybe it does less damage, but it's 20 mana. It has a 20-second cooldown, and it increases your crit damage so by 5%. I don't know how much that is. I don't know how this is calculated. Is it like 5% overall to your crit damage, or 5% to like the calculation of luck? Like for example, a warrior using the crit damage rate of warrior using full luck, it's 2.75. So like I think it's around that. So I don't know if this adds 5% to that 2.75, so that it's 2.8, or if it just gets the damage and then multiplies that by 1.05, which should be a little bit more. But 5% doesn't seem like that much, but maybe when applied in that multiplicative way, it's a lot more damage. Now the second skill, Amharak. 10 mana, 12-second cooldown. It's also physical, and it deals damage. Oh, look, we have names for it. So like Soil Sigh is shine in Irish. Thank you, Wiki. So this is shine. Let's call this shine. Amharak is lucky. So the lucky skill has a 10 mana cost, 12-second cooldown, and it deals damage based on how much time is left on Keen. Less time means more damage and reduces all incoming damage by 40%. So this skill is sick. This skill probably does a ton of damage. I'd love to know how worth it is it to wait for Keen to be almost faded to use this skill, because I bet that this does a really good amount. I've seen like, and we'll see Mace doing some like hot crits. So interesting that there's like an element of timing with it. When there's an element of timing with classes, they usually become way more difficult to use. Like for example, Ninja. I think Ninja is the best class right now, but I think it's a lot easier to use Warrior. So what happens when ninjas fight warriors is that the match is dependent on how good the ninja is. Like how much does the ninja it's less about how well does the warrior how well does the warrior play, and more about like how well did the ninja play? Did the ninja play? Did the ninja make mistakes? And if he made mistakes, he's probably going to lose over the warrior who didn't make mistakes. However, if both players make no mistakes, I think Ninja usually has the better matchup. And again, I think Ninja's like the best class, but it's really difficult to use. So, and it's difficult to use. One of the things that's difficult about Ninja is timing the Shadow Blade and the Shadow Burn. Do you stun right away? Do you wait until Shadow Blade is about to fade before you stun? Can you stack stuns using the thin airs? So this is something similar in the sense that you want to use Lucky when Shine is about to fade, but maybe sometimes that's not the best idea, because Shine is also because Lucky is also giving you damage reduction. And it says here that it's 40%, so it's quite a bit. Now we have Trodai, which is warrior in Irish. It says it deals moderate, so 20 mana, 20-second cooldown. This class has really hefty cooldowns. It deals moderate damage, applies Stalic for 12 seconds, which causes all attacks to do 110 damage. So I think Stalic is a buff to yourself. I think this class probably has to hit in order to apply the Stalic, which is important because a lot of classes have high dodge rate. This is probably not a good class to use against SL. And here, Stalic does 110 damage overall, increases crit chance, and increases crit damage by an additional 7%. And I think what's great about this is that this probably works multiplicatively, which is like this is 110% damage. So this is times 1.1, and this is times 1.07, and this is also times 0.05, which is probably how it has to hit to apply all of its debuffs. Yeah, that's interesting because if you miss, you gotta be good to use this against Ninja or a Starlord, because it's those classes tend to do things to make you miss your skill. So like, but again, all this works multiplicatively. Like everything usually works multiplicatively. So that's probably how this class can possibly do a ton of damage. I wonder if this class can one hit. It seems like it possibly could, like depending on how good Lucky is, it might. And now we go to the rank 4 passives. So Gasta means rapid in Irish. Increases haste by 10%, and this other one increases 10 by increases crit. Increases crit. So is this crit rate or crit damage? I think crit rate would probably be better. I'm going to assume it's crit rate. And it's called Sharpen. And the last skill is Slanai Theoire. It means savior. Merrick says I'm saving PvP, but he's literally saving he's literally saving PvP over here. It says so it's got a 40-second cooldown, so like wow, it takes forever. And the mana cost 30 mana. Increases luck. Increases the luck stat. So the luck stat gives a bit of everything. So it's not just crit damage. It also gives you a little bit of every stat. So this is interesting. I wonder by how much it increases luck. I don't see Mace absolutely destroying everyone on just stats alone. So it might not be that much. But it also, when it says it increases haste, dodge, crit chance, and crit damage, I wonder if this is all because it increases the luck stat, or if it's like increasing the luck stat and also increasing haste, dodge, crit chance, and crit damage. I really don't like skills when the skills are worded like this. It's difficult to know what they actually do. Got a dry throat. But yeah, this is confusing. So we got Savior, Warrior, Lucky, and Shine. I think I get the gist of this class. It also has a rank 10 passive. And here. Erin Go Brush. It means Ireland forever. So if you trigger this, you do quadruple damage on all crits for 10 seconds. So I think if you... Quadruple damage for reference, if the auto attack does 100%, it should be like with full luck. If you have this is Lanai, like if you have the Savior applied, it's probably doing around 1.5 to 2k. So if it does 2k and you quadruple an auto attack, that means 8k. That means basically you win right there. And if it's 1.5k, that's not, you don't necessarily one hit. So you'll be dealing 6k, but 6k is not bad. But I wonder, like this says rarely. Is this going to be like a 1% or like usually these are like 0.0 like 0.1% rather than like 1 in 1,000. So interesting. It's good that we did this because again I have no idea how this class works. So let's go to the hero and find a match by Mace. I want to show like a more recent one. So this is 10-5 versus Rex. Since you're here, do you know what the class matchup here was? Do you know what Rex was using? Was he using Warrior or like Star-Lord? Because I don't think I want to show Star-Lord or SL because I think you're gonna be shredded if you go with this class against Star-Lord or SL. So this is a Warrior. Evolved Leprechaun Mirror. Wow. Man, that's the thing though. I don't think it's gonna be a good one because there's so much I don't understand. Like I don't know how I would rather watch something more standard, like Evo Leppy versus something else. 2v2. The thing is, because Evo Leppy is already some obscure shit, I don't want to watch some other obscure shit because it's too much obscure shit. There's gonna be too much to go to analyze. So. Oh, this is a good one. So this is Warrior versus Evo Leppy. So I understand Warrior very well. So I'm really interested about what... So I think this is something I'm going to be able to follow. Use the Keen. So you have your opponent's doing less damage now. wait, this is an evolved Pumpkin Lord. Yeah, this is not Pumpkin Lord. No, no, no. I don't know how that class works either. This is not gonna work. This is... I can't believe it's this hard to find a warrior matchup, I guess. Okay, so this is interesting. This is more interesting. It's like warrior, classic dragon lord, and ninja. So this player tried everything, and he could not handle the... He couldn't handle the mace. He could not handle the leprechaun. These classes I'm fairly familiar with, so I think this is going to be a better one to show off. But yeah, interesting how a player just throws everything and it doesn't work. That's right. Yeah, let's keep it on mace. Again, the player isn't joining in immediately. Applies lucky. I wonder why. You can see that the player is not in the room. Apply savior, which is just a buff to every stat. I don't know why you would apply it like at that junction. Misclick? Yeah. So Mace right here is teleporting. He's not really in this position, which is... Are some of these skills ranged? Okay, so he applies Savior and he applies Keen. So if he catches Belina here, he's going to do a lot of damage if Keen doesn't expire. He applies Stalic. He applies Keen. Savior fades. Savior fades. No longer Stalic. So not doing more crit damage. Yeah, right here you should be attacking the restorers for sure. Like, you're getting that mana back. I don't know why you wouldn't. I guess he was really low. But just like as a point of reference, like if everything Evo Leppy does is melee. Good to know, good to know. So I think... So what you could possibly do here as an Evo Leppy is go to the B3 and try to get that cross map... that cross map Keen. I think you could possibly time it, because you can... It depends on how much damage, how much time passes with Keen and how much damage it does. So apply Savior. Applies Keen. So clock is ticking. If he uses Shine on guard and it gets stunned, so like Keen already is he couldn't get the... It looks like he couldn't get the crit here. Use the haste buff. You have enough time to get two Amrahawks within the keen timer. Oh, nice. So important thing there is that it looks like Amharak doesn't fade Keen, so it doesn't consume it. Nice. I'd love to know also how long does the buff for like the buff for the damage mitigation buff last for. That seems pretty big. That's what I was thinking. It's like Viper's Kiss and Opportunity Strike, but also applies a buff to defense, right? So Mace really low here. I would say that maybe a mistake to not go in your to not go and heal. I don't think mid health is enough to make this. My strategy has changed. Yeah. And by the way, I think that this is a bad. This is like a bad. This habit of going to your restorers is really bad. Like all that time you could have been attacking the other restorers and getting health back. I think if you attack the restorers, you actually get more health back, unless you get really unlucky. So that probably was the move, because you also get mana back. Get stunned and you're just gonna die here. But and she misses Shadowblade, I think. And yeah, you hit her and take it. That's a 2k, 2.4k. Was that the first 2.4k we see today? Yeah, and this is risky. I think what you want to do here is get the cross map, and I don't think you're in a position to get it. Yeah, but she misses Shadowblade. That's pretty big. And you have Amrahawk. Maybe it's worth staying in that room, but you're really low. That's the problem, man. Like even with you know, even with a 40% damage debuff, you know, if you're at half health, so yeah, like if you're at half health, it doesn't matter if you have a damage debuff. It's gonna take very little to kill you, but you know, it's pretty even now and gets the kill. Really, really risky there. I think a better player would have punished you, but I think you felt out how good Selena was throughout the match and decided to risk it. Worse players tend to panic when they get rushed like this, so it's a good call. It wasn't a bad call. It was a fair call. But yeah, like the execution wasn't perfect, but the idea was there. And this was a fun match. I really had fun watching Evo Leppy against classes I understand. Maybe we should watch a mirror. I want to see a mirror where maybe Mace doesn't win, because I want to see the difference between a really good Evo Leppy and and a player who's starting out with the class.